Beyond those doors lies the field of discipline, where students of Angri-La strive. Before we tread upon this hallowed ground, let me tell you a little of our history. Before setting out to defeat the Dark One, Erdwin came to our temple to learn from the Wise Ones, who made their homes here even then. The first Grand Master, i.e., accepted him as a disciple and trained him in the secret, but he did not train alone. During his time here, he met someone.
Who was this person?
Another of I.Yi's disciples, a young mage whose talent outshone that of all who had come. Erdwin and Morkant would train together every day, each striving to outstrip the other. Though they were fierce rivals, they became when their training was complete, Morkant joined with Erdwin in his quest to slay the Dark One. Before setting out, they carved an inscription into this stone. A pledge.
Morkant. I have not heard.
Now allow me to show you to the field of Welcome to the field of discipline. Since the age of heroes, many would be worried. If your karma had been different, this is where you would have trained under Grand Master Pang. I have brought you here so that you might stand in the footsteps of your ancestors. An unbroken line. Even your grandfather, Lord Robert, completed his training here. The memory of
his achievement?
Pang was a harsh master. With this implement, disciples whose efforts were lacking were given motivation. During the course of his 6 years of tuition, your grandfather's right honorable... The tale of Lord Robert's road to enlightenment lives on to this day. Every disciple knows that he must focus at all times, lest he...
A legendary achievement.
You are worried for your grandfather, yes? Do not be. Lord Robert overcame every challenge set for him by the Grand Master. The fall of the World Tree would not have been enough to extinguish one so resilient. Tonight there will be a modest feast in the High Hall to celebrate your long-awaited arrival. We may not be able to aid you as we would have done were Master Pang still with us. But in this respect at least...
Awake at last, It is high time. If the Grand Master were still alive, perhaps we might have learned something to help us in our fight against the Lord of Shadows.
And the hermit? What news of him?
Forgive us, Your Holiness. The monsters on the mountain path were too strong.
I see.
Your Holiness.
Yes, Sir Hendrik. I fear there is. You see, 2 weeks ago a hermit visited us, unannounced.
Alone?
That I do not know. The moment he heard that Master Pang had passed away, he ran from the temple. The mountain has become infested with monsters, emboldened and strengthened by the rise of the Lord of Shadows. This being so, I dispatched a group of disciples to return him to safety. As you can see,
I have trained all my life for a moment such as this, and yet I have failed in my first true test.
Might we be able to offer...
I thank you for your kindness, but you are guests here. I cannot ask you to...
A knight of Heliodor does not abandon, and these people have shown us great kindness. It is only right that we do them a kind...
Thank you from the bottom of my heart, but I cannot allow you to... We must depart for the summit of Mount Panglai without delay. After
that ends well. Victory is ours. It seems we are too late.
Unfortunately so. He was in deep meditation when he breathed his last. I am glad at least. But that posture, it is awful. You need...
Incredible! Issue 1 of the Ogler's Digest. Indeed. It seems our friend here made his peace with the world, but... But this is one of the royal treasures of Dundrasil. By the skies! Can it...
Lord Robert!
Your grandfather was Master Pang's most fervent disciple. Can he have chosen to...
No, he...
What?
His spirit hovers in the place between life and death. It is only a matter of... But there may yet be a way to... If you were to follow him into the void, you might be able...
But how?
The ancient teachings tell us at the summit of Mount Panglai. If you will permit me, I can perform an ancient rite that will send you... But it is not a decision to be taken lightly, once that place is entered. Well, will you take that chance? Will you visit the void and bring Lord Robert back to us? Very well. I will prepare for the...